What's up, LC fam? It's your boy Lee back with y'all with another video. How you guys been? How you guys doing? I know that it's been a while since I did a actual video talking to you guys. I've been doing my reaction videos. I have, but it's been a while. Telling you guys about what I've experienced, and I know you guys are wondering where I've been. Um, you know, but that will be in the next video. That's not what I want to talk about right now. What I want to talk about is this is a story time. I want to talk about my experience working at Whataburger when I used to work at Whataburger. Currently, right now, I'm working at Bojangles, and I have another opportunity at Target. So I just want to say that God has been blessing me and my family. I've currently moved to my into a home with my family, so I can be with my queen and my son. But I want to talk about my experience working at Whataburger. Back in May of this month, 2025. At that time I wasn't, I was out of work. I didn't get anything. I was applying. I applied for Whataburger, and I didn't get no call back, no nothing. And then I forgot about it. I forgot about work. I forgot about it. And then God gave me the opportunity to work for Whataburger, and it was nice. People were nice, so to speak. And then months started to go by, and then as I was working there, hell broke loose. I started, it's with me in the work environment, is all about how the work environment is and how the vibe of the work environment is to me. At first, your slogan is family oriented and everything, but it's not family oriented. Family oriented is mean like, okay, say if one of you guys were one of my coworkers, and it's like you want me to do something, and I cannot do it by myself, and I'm asking for help, and you was like, you don't need no help. You can do it. You can do it yourself. You can do it by yourself. Like a manager, uh, the operating partner name is Ashley. What is Ashley Adams? She's the operating partner, and she don't be at the store all the time. She don't. The only time she be at the store is on whatever days that she want to work. The days that when I was working there was Saturdays and Sundays, night shifts. And then she get there. She don't come in the designated time. She's supposed to come in. Only thing that she does is sit at home and watch the cameras. That's what she does. And and also you don't, when I first worked there, and then like you want to text all times of the night, and all times of the night of what is not done, what has to be done, and this and that. but you're not there doing the work yourself. Yes, your operating partner is your store, but certain things that you have to be on top on as a manager or as an operating partner. You can't expect other people to take on the load of your store. And on top of that, you are giving managers positions to teenagers. Especially the teenagers got funky, bad attitudes, and they think that they can talk to you any type of way. And one day, a teenage manager thought that they can talk to me any type of way. So it's like I put the manager in their place, and then I got written up for it. And on top of that, say if you got somebody coming and you don't know that they're gonna come, people just gonna pop up to the store. Say if your bosses do a random the district boss, the head of Whataburger, gonna pop up at the store, or expectors gonna pop up at the store. Tell me why you failed. You failed the store. You failed inspection. Nothing was updated. The store was a mess. And you firing other people. You failed, and then you ended up writing up other people. You wrote up each and everybody because you didn't do your job right. Because you did not come to work to make sure that everything was kept up. And you expect us to do everything? No. And those of you are wondering what was my position. My position was a porter. The porter is to make sure that the store is clean, make sure that the trash is taken out, and also make sure that the bathrooms are clean, the parking lot is done, scrub outside, the whole nine. And then you starting adding on other tasks that I wasn't doing. You want me to do the kitchen area. You want me to scrub inside. Yes, that was the part of the job description. I did it. Don't worry, I did it. And then on top of that, you want to, holler, screaming at, and then you want to cut hours. And then I remember one day when my son was sick, and it's like, you want me to take pictures. Sidebar. You want us to send you pictures and act like you there doing the work, and you having other people do the work for you. To send it to your big boss. And plus that, you get all the credit of the work that we did. But comment down below and tell me, is that crazy? That is so crazy. And I was being mistreated. And many times I wanted to leave. I wanted to just walk off the job. I couldn't. I thought about my son. My son, Lee Aaron Cruz Jr., aka LJ, is about to be 3 next month. And I thought about him. He's still 2 years old. He's about to be 3. I thought about him. How's that going to affect? And then on top of that, how am I supposed to get him stuff if I don't have a job? How am I supposed to get him? How am I supposed to see him? Sorry about that, y'all. But like I was saying, you failed the store the store failed inspection, and also for inspection, they're not going to tell you when they coming. They're just going to pop up. They're not going to tell you when they're coming. So you should have been there. Make sure that everything was good. You know, you wrote everybody up. Everybody was on edge, and you know, I was there for a couple of months, like almost 5 months, 6 months. And, you know, I was grateful for the job, was grateful, but I started to feel, like, it's it's time for me to get another job, and it's like, at a workplace, you need to feel at peace. You need to feel at ease. But every day that I walked in, it was stressful because the night crew didn't do nothing. I had to clean up behind everybody from the night crew, and it's like, yo, like, what's up? Because number one is like my schedule from morning shift, night shift, morning shift, night shift, in between, and and you cut hours. I was making, and plus the position was part time, and I was making, for part time you can make full time hours. So I was making roughly, first when I first started, like almost 30 hours, and I was making, some good money, some good moolah. But here's the kicker of it. You want to text like three long paragraphs, with attitude type. Like with me, I'm just gonna block you, because I'm a type of person is like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with a grown woman, and plus you're, I know how us are, because it's like, I don't mind doing anything. I don't mind helping. But it comes a line where the respect have to come in. It's like, when I give you respect, I need to receive the same amount of respect that you've been giving me. So I was getting disrespected, and also I was wrongfully fired. And you fired me because that's the backstory of how I started and how I felt of the job. At first, it was good. And then the attitude started to come in. And I remember back to I was wrongfully fired. And the reason why I say wrongfully fired is because I was in the process of moving. I told you. It's not like I did not tell you. I texted you. I told you that I was moving. The 30th of September, before the actual moving date was supposed to be the 2nd of October. And I didn't move in to my apartment, my first home, my first apartment, until the 12th. That was my birthday. In the process of moving, I did not officially move in until the 12th. So it's not like I did no call, no show. Some people that work for Whataburger does a no call, no show. And also I called the store hours before I was supposed to, their apologies be like, um, just, you know, call the store within some amount of hours before your shift. I was supposed to be there. I worked all the weeks. I worked before I had to move. My last 2 days were Saturday and Sunday. My last 2 days, I was on the schedule. From 6 to 10, both days, night shift. And I called the store up. I was like, hey, I spoke to the manager, Jessica, another teenager manager. I was like, hey, I was supposed to come in from 9 to 10, and also I let her know I was currently moving, and it took all night. It took up 2 days. 2 days. And I did not officially get in my move into my family. We did not officially move in until later on that night. And on top of that, I was supposed to be transferred to the one on Irmo. I spoke to the OP, texted the OP on the Irmo, at the Irmo Whataburger, and it's like, she's like, whenever you're ready, Ashley will send me over. So it was your plan. So that Friday, I went off. That Friday, because it was a truck. It was a big truck. And you wanted me to do it myself. And I'm like, and it's like I was saying, I was wrongfully terminated. Yes, I was fired. And I was supposed to work Saturday and Sunday, my last 2 days before I got transferred to the Irmo location. So I called the store up and let them know that I wouldn't be coming in. And y'all knew that I was moving. Y'all knew. And I wouldn't be able to wouldn't be able to come in. Moving takes up 2 days. And I was wrongfully fired, wrongfully terminated for what? And it's like, y'all knew that I was moving. And at the end of the day, y'all lost a hard worker. Y'all lost a go-getter. And it's like, I would have stayed, I would have stayed, but I don't have a car. I have to pay car fare, Ubers. To where I was going, I have to cost a lot to come back and forth. And I wouldn't see none of my check, none of my money. Eventually I'm gonna get me a car. But like I was saying, I was mistreated, misused. I was wrongfully terminated. I was disrespected, and I was, and I was overworked, and on top of that, I got a text, and I still got the text saying that, Lee, you are wrong. You are terminated. You are terminated. You don't work for Whataburger anymore. So you fired me via text. And after that text, I laughed at it because like, you want me to go, you want me to black, because at the end of the day, I'm working on myself. But I was wrongfully terminated. I was wrongfully terminated because y'all knew that I was moving. I let y'all know. You can't say Lee did not let me know, but I did let you know. I let you know, and see if I could transfer. I got that proof as well. I got that proof as well. So at the end of the day, I was mistreated. For those of you that want to work at Whataburger, be careful. Be careful. Be on the lookout. And be mindful of certain people that you tell your business to. There are a lot of moles in the workplace. A lot of moles that will tell your business to the boss and just watch out, just be mindful, be on the lookout. And at the end of the day, you have a right to stand up for yourself. You have a right to speak up. The reason why I got terminated because I spoke up. I told them how I was feeling, and I blacked on them. And you have every right to speak up. Speak your mind. And do not let people stop you from speaking your mind. And I am so happy that I don't work at Whataburger anymore. I got a job that pays weekly, doing the same thing that I was doing at Whataburger, but pays good pay weekly, good people. And it is all about the environment for me. And for the ones that are applying for Whataburger, for those that are watching, please be careful and just be mindful of certain people that you take business to. Okay? Well, I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. And I love you guys. God bless you. Have a smile upon you. And I know you guys gonna blow up in the comments and tell me what you guys think. And also I have text messages as evidence. And also I have a video evidence of one day I came into work and the trash wasn't taken out. And that made my job even more harder than ever. So I love you guys. God bless you. Have a smile upon you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Look at this. This does not make any sense. Don't make no sense. don't make no sense. When I tell you about the neglect and everything,